Hey, welcome to Hockey Night in Belmont. I'm your host, Gomer. So I've been waiting a while to see what else happens, but last week the NHL formally adopted their 24-team playoff format and announces the altered draft lottery. Can't say I totally agree with this format. Kind of disappointed in how it's worked out. So on May 26th, Bettman said the league and NHL Players Association agreed on a return to play format in the event of the 2019-2020 season can resume. Now this is like a two-stage thing. It's going to see the top four clubs in the Eastern and Western Conference play two mini round-robin tournaments to determine seeding for the playoffs, which is stupid. The other 8 teams in each conference will play a best-of-5 play-in series. So number 5 play versus number 12, 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10, and 8 versus 9 to determine the 16 clubs left in the standing in the playoffs. Now, the first and second round are going to either be best-of-5 or best-of-7 series, but the conference finals and Stanley Cup finals will be best-of-7. So it's going to be will be put in brackets like the NCAA's March Madness or reseeded after each playoff round. So all the details haven't been. So here's what we got for the Eastern Conference. So Boston, Tampa Bay, Washington, Philadelphia. Now they're gonna play each other in a round robin. So they're gonna play 3 games. Automatically play 3 games. So this is kind of dumb. Why they should just get a bye to the next round if that's the case. And I'll get to that in a minute. So this is what's gonna happen. Pittsburgh's gonna play Montreal, Carolina and New York Rangers, Islanders in Florida, and Toronto and Columbus. Get a couple of interesting matchups, I guess. So it's gonna be a best-of-5. So everyone's going to get 3 games regardless. Over in the Western Conference, you got St. Louis, Colorado, Vegas, and Dallas getting in the round robin for seeding. So these guys are going to play, and then they're going to move on anyway. And for the best of 5, you got Edmonton, Chicago, Nashville, Arizona, Vancouver, Minnesota, Calgary, Winnipeg. So it's definitely benefited Canadian teams. Now here's the stupid thing. This is going to take a long time. So you're looking at about a month and a half of hockey from the looks of it. Maybe 2 months of hockey. And then teams are going to be expected to unwind and come back into the next season. They could have made this a lot shorter. This is what they could have did. This is back in 1977-78. I think they did this for 4 years. I'm looking at the 77-78 one. This is when the NHL only had 18 teams. The 4 division winners got a bye into the second round, regardless of their record. Like the Chicago Blackhawks had a terrible record. I think they had 75 points, but they played in the weakest division, so they won it. So they got a bye. And then what they did was they had a best-of-3 playoff series. So you can see Series A, Series B, Series C, and Series D. They played a best-of-3. And then after that, in round 2, they went to a best-of-7 format in the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals. That's what they should have did, and there shouldn't be any round robin. It gives these 4 teams that had a bye more time to train and prepare. It would have been quicker, fewer games, but I think the NHL is trying to get as many games as they can in so they can have more television money, pay-per-view, whatever. So that's what I would have did, but the NHL wants to go that way, and we'll see what happens. And there's going to be all sorts of restrictions and regulations concerning how many guys on the ice you can have during practice and training. I think it's like 6. And they're still looking at the hub cities. There's going to be like 25 to 30,000 CCP virus tests for players and staff. And they're still looking at they still don't even know which 2 hub cities they want. Edmonton, Vancouver, Toronto, and Canada, or Columbus, Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, or Vegas. The quarantine rule is making it hard for the Canadian city to be picked because we have a 14-day quarantine rule. There's a lot of things that have to be done. So let's go on with the draft lottery. So in the draft, the 7 teams that didn't make the playoffs, they also get priority in the draft. There's the odds. Detroit has an 18.5% odds to win the first overall pick. Ottawa has 2 because they got one from San Jose. And then teams 8 to 15 will be determined in that first round of playoffs. So Pittsburgh, Montreal, whoever loses that is going to get into that Phase 2 draft lottery. Toronto, Columbus, whoever loses that playoff will get in there. And so you have a 12.5% chance of being there. So the draft lottery makes more sense than the actual playoff format. So the 8 losing teams from the playoff will have part of that. It doesn't say when the draft was going to happen. Obviously after the playoffs. Everything's going to be rushed towards the end for next year. Hopefully they can start playing by mid-July. Have it done by the end of August. But we'll see. Anyway, Any hockey fans, let me know what you guys think about the NHL's plan. I think it's too complicated and too long. They should have shortened it. I would rather have seen every team make the playoffs and have a shot. One of those blue moon things that happens only once every so often. And it would have made for some interesting matchups. Anyway, until next time, this is Gomer. I'm out of here.